The title of this presentation today is about novel solution for termination of winter cover crops in vineyards, and it represents a very challenging topic because nowadays we have a situation where the vineyard floor management is usually performed by mixing either tillage from one side and the natural native grass that is mowed at the different time intervals, and in some cases it's just a blend of these two. In other words, we might have, as we see in the figure at the bottom in this slide, alternate tilled and grass interrows. However, we are facing a time where we also need innovation in the floor management of vineyards, and this innovation is very much pushed by the need of actually possibly reducing the usage of tillage and increasing the use of cover crops. But introducing a cover crop in a vineyard is not that simple, because of course we might actually benefit from many advantages. But at the same time, we do not have to forget about possible competition for water and nutrients against the vine. And so we have trialed also in a live project that just ended solutions at both the canopy and the soil level. And today I will be speaking in brief about two possible alternatives to what is usually defined the green manure approach. So in other words, you grow a temporary winter cover crop, and that is terminated in spring, and after a few days the grass residues are actually buried into the soil. Now we wanted to assess if using also different kind of grass mixtures. Here you have three different examples where, as you can appreciate, you have a different ratio between carbon and nitrogen depending on the prevalence of cereal species versus legume species. But the challenge in this case is really represented here. As you can see, in A and B panels, we have the first novel termination, that is not just slashing and burying into the soil, rather to just roll down the grass in the mid rows to get a sort of grass mulch, whereas in C and D you see the other option, that is actually slashing the grass and then accumulating the grass under both the row strips on the left and on the right of the tractor, and that would actually create an immediate dead mulch that is very, very resistant over time. Now, just a few numbers on this very preliminary work. We just submitted a paper to the European Journal of Agronomy, but in this table I would like just you to focus on the fact that in order to benefit from a decent mulching effect, we need to have enough biomass, right? And so the under the row dry weight biomass that we need to have in order to establish a permanent mulch is, in this case, is around 1.4, 1.5 kilos, and that is more than enough than the minimum amount that is needed, that is supposed to be around 0.6, 0.7 kilos per square meter. Well, of course, in the same project, we also endeavor to establish the same practices in another environment. And as you can notice here, in this case, the results were not that satisfactory, since we did not have enough biomass. As you can see here, we are well below the minimum threshold of 0.6. So that means that, you cannot just take this practice and say, okay, that's going to be what I'm going to do. but you need to understand if your environment is good enough to allow enough biomass growth. We also are trying to look at the possible benefits of a mulch under the row that, I mean, in theory, that should be right away an improvement in the soil moisture and the topsoil level. And actually, as you can see here, where I mean the blue bar would represent the control, the rolling is the orange, and the green bar is the sub-row mulching. And you see that in 2 years, 22, 23, in summer, we did have, as a matter of fact, less negative pre-dawn water potential in this treatment. That goes really into the right direction. So in other words, there seems to be the possibility to preserve more water in the top layer in summer. I mean, I need really to thank a lot all the people who have participated into the Live Dry project just ended. The challenge of this soil management is really crucial. It is very important, and but we really need to establish a few physiological principles before actually deciding which technique can be important for us. And just to conclude, I would like just to mention that if you want to go into more details about the the issues of, in general, climate change and viticulture, and in particular trying to deepen more knowledge for the soil management practices, this is a book that is available and that would also provide you with some more information. Well, thanks for listening.